MSA's Podcast 10th special episode, Students for Students. Grab your drinks and popcorns and get to know the team. So, how's everyone feeling today? Are you all excited?
Good.
Yes, looking forward to it.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to start with introducing our team. Let's start with the ones you guys are very familiar with, the voice of our podcast, our hosts. Our first host is the first voice you've ever heard, the one who amazes us with all her stories, Salha Abdelrab.
Hi, everyone.
Now, to the energetic one of the group, Hamza Debeki وفعالياتها.
Hi, assalamu alaikum.
And her most loyal ally, a friendly one though, Lien Batha.
أهلا.
Moving on, the brains of all of the episodes we produce are backstage heroes, the Scouts. Starting with the one who never misses our meetings, literally, our youngest scout, Lian Habib.
Hey, guys.
Now to our very determined and honest scout, the one اللي ما تسلك أبداً, Aya Miqrad.
Hello everyone.
The one with the warmest contributions, the very kind-hearted, Hiba Rahil.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be here.
Moving on to our founding fathers, the ones who started it all. Let's start with the know-it-all, amazing listener, silent observer, our sound engineer, the one and only Abdurrahman Bakhtayan.
Hi guys, assalamu alaikum.
I think we missed one person. Now I don't know how to describe this one. The one who does everything, yet no one knows what his exact role is. The one who gives everyone a hard time. However, no one complains because deep down, we all know that this is what makes our dynamic very special. Our maestro, Uday Sahoan.
Hey everyone.
You might have noticed I'm a new voice. I'm Miral Zaire, the coordinator of this team.
Now, of course, we have to mention a few points about Miral as well. So just some things that I love about her. She's someone who makes everyone stand out. She makes sure that we all stand our ground. She's very patient, brings a lot of character and energy to the group, and always has something new to bring to the table.
Yeah, like games. By the way, do we have any games today?
Thank you, Aya, for bringing that up. Yes, we will be playing games. And the first one being, drumroll please. Who's most likely to? So I'm going to describe it. This game is going to be a game where I ask a question about who's most likely to do something. And you answer with the person in the team you believe most likely fits the question. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with a light one. Who's the most likely to make the team laugh?
You.
Hamza, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Hamza.
Hamza.
I'd say Miral and Uday. Come on.
Interesting. Okay. Who's the most likely to be late for a meeting?
Me.
Who's the most likely to stay in the team forever?
Uday.
Uday, Aya as well.
Yeah.
I think Lien.
I think also Lian.
Oh,
So
no,
everyone?
Hamza too. If she left, I'll leave.
Everyone was mentioned. Shows our dedication towards the team, I guess. Okay, who's the most likely to never miss a meeting? I think we all know the answer to this one is
Lian.
Someone elaborate on the story, please. It needs to be mentioned.
Sure. All right. So our last meeting, the one before this, Lian did the unexpected. She flied back to Riyadh from Dammam. Was it Lian?
Yes, it was from Dammam.
It was from Dammam, just to attend our meeting. Then she went back to Dammam. And the reason when we asked her, she's like, "I know this is going to make me feel so bad if I miss this meeting. So I mean, everybody, let's just give her a clap." This is how
Thank you, guys.
dedicated Lian is.
I mean, even Miral is here today. You came from Dammam, right? She literally flew just to attend the meeting and record this episode. So you know who the loyal ones are.
Okay, the next question is, who's most likely to travel the world?
Lian.
I'd say
Salha.
Lian and Miral.
I think
I was gonna say
Salha.
Miral. Yeah, I think Miral.
I would say me, but I also think Uday. I feel
I
like
think Uday as well, definitely.
He's interested, like you give me the vibe that you're interested in like other cultures
And they
and
definitely
stuff
likes
like
to travel.
that. Yeah.
I think Salha is also very eager and excited
Yeah.
to travel. She has a very curious mind. So Salha.
I can already imagine her telling us the stories of
Yeah.
the countries that she lived in.
Who's the most likely to spend a lot of money over a weekend? أحس Hamza and Lean.
Together, yeah, maybe.
Together on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the most likely to practice a lot of time before recording an episode?
Salahan.
Lean.
Yeah.
I think Lean. I also think if other people were hosts, I definitely think Hiba would also spend a lot of time practicing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Deciding this question, I was talking to Lean. We were preparing for this episode. So, Lean, would you like to share that story?
I mean, I was just trying to make her like calm by saying that in my first episode, I literally like practiced with 4 people, and then she takes it and puts it as a question. So, thank you.
Who's the most likely to get a speeding ticket? Can I answer this one? I feel like the first name that came to my mind was Leanne. You know why? Because she would never want, she's so punctual, she would never want to be late, to the point where she's like,
Interesting.
you know, I do want to be there on time. Like, yeah, shows her dedication, I guess.
It is like getting the driving license.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I start driving lessons soon.
Oh, nice,
Okay,
inshallah.
well,
Yeah, then we'll find out soon. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out the
Yeah, we'll
answer
find
to that
out.
very soon.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Who's the most likely to persuade the team on anything?
Are they?
Yeah,
Definitely are they?
yeah, come on.
Do you have
course.
a story? See everybody. So
We have so many stories for that one.
So there was this workshop that they really wanted us to take. It was about sleep and just managing time better, studying better. And so it was a workshop that Ade gave a long time ago, but he really wanted us as a team to take it for our personal benefit. So he wanted to, you know, give it to us. And at first we were kind of hesitant, but then somehow he convinced us all that it would change our lives. And it was life changing, but he convinced us in like one meeting. And then the next meeting, next thing you know, we were all taking the workshop. Like it's something that Ade is very good at, mashallah. So
Yes, and I
Definitely
definitely think Ade is very good with words out of all of us. So I think he has the ability to convince the crowd and make the crowd follow him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, as long as I'm persuading you on good things.
Yeah, so all good things.
Yeah, all good things so far.
I was also going to shine light on Aya because I feel like Aya is very like determined, and if she wants something done, I feel like she would get it done. Yeah. She also always voices her opinions in every meeting.
Yes,
So
that's
what-
very true.
definitely.
Okay.
Meetings and WhatsApp. So.
Who's the most likely to leave the team first?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
None of us, I think. I don't know.
I mean, I had plans.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but then she gave up.
I gave them up after a long invitation email that I received.
No, way early. Way early.
Yeah, in a meeting. I gave my plans up in a meeting while sitting in the meeting.
She basically gave a monologue.
خلاص.
Why she wanted to leave the meeting and her reasons and why she decided to not to, and yeah, it was very moving.
Thank you for sharing.
Everyone, it's like the meeting wasn't enough. What I said in the meeting, so she sent me a voice note on WhatsApp. I'm not gonna mention its duration, because it was a long one, explaining that. Listen, forget about everything I say in the meeting. I won't stay, and this is my new plan.
And that's why I decided to give you guys a break in the next meeting. So I hope you enjoyed it without me.
She even mentioned that, and when she replied to our renewal email, she was like, "Okay, forget what I said." It's hanging.
It was a very good email,
I guess that we can say that we're not gonna leave the meeting.
I'm not the answer of the
None of us
question.
are here.
The question was who's gonna leave first.
The
I'm
answer
not.
is nobody.
Nobody.
Okay, this is med school related. Who's the most likely to drop out of medical school?
Ooh. I think it would make sense for me because I mean I'm the youngest. You guys are so far along. It's just like, you know, we can still do that.
Don't tell me there's no way out, please.
Did anyone have the intention of like on the verge of leaving medical school?
Not really.
I think not really. Huh? I think many of us had it.
I mean, we finished and you cannot drop it.
Yeah, because we're stuck.
Yeah, I don't think any of us here had the intention to leave.
Yeah.
Had. I mean, you're an intern now, so...
If it's had, then I think some people have something to say.
Why are you looking at me? Yeah, I had serious intentions of leaving, and and talking to my parents and making it all known. But here I am. Yeah, I graduated.
So why did you decide to stay?
Okay. Actually, I didn't have much a choice, honestly. So yeah, I stayed, keeping in mind that I might leave when I want or when the opportunity is open. So yeah, maybe ask me in 5 years, are you still here or not?
All right.
A doctor.
Okay, so speaking of med school, who's the most likely to get A's for the whole year?
Oh, I have names.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I think Adey.
Saliha, Adey, Abdurrahman,
I think
and
Adey.
Hiba.
And Hiba. I
I
mean,
think
mashallah,
Adey. MashaAllah. And
you guys
Salaha.
are overachievers.
We agree. We silently agree.
All 5 of us. I think Salaha for sure.
Okay, staying on the same note, who's the most likely to have been suspended from school? Have any of you
I
ever
feel like
been
Abdurrahman.
suspended?
I don't know why.
No way.
No.
Why?
I don't know. Like, he's silent. He's really, like, he keeps himself. But I feel like in school, he was the opposite. I don't know. Something tells me that he was, like, quite the character in school.
No, the same always.
Okay, who's the most likely to get into a fight for defending the team?
Yeah.
Aya.
We all agree.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's a good thing. It's not aggressive. You're like
She's
you're
passionate.
defending
You're
Very
us.
passionate, yeah.
Okay, I'll get into a fight for you guys. خلاص. Let it go.
Okay, who's the most likely to make their own podcast?
Hamza.
Yeah,
Hamza,
Hamza has been
Hamza.
threatening us with her podcast and Lean helping
out
out.
me for sure.
Yeah, I'm with her.
She's with her.
And who would you take as your scout?
She looked at me.
They're making a new team on our episode. The one that they ended it.
Well, I'll take Abdurrahman for sure as a sound engineer.
For the sound engineer?
I can't live without you, Abdurrahman.
Make her best tech.
No, I will.
Then why not just stay in the same team
That's
if we're going to
stealing
have the
all
same
our
members?
Yeah.
Just stay in the same team.
Maybe I'm filtering you right now. I don't know.
Okay.
But who knows?
She's plotting.
Watch out, everyone. Watch out.
plotting.
She's been planning.
Okay, this is a different question. I like it, so maybe you'll like it too. Who's the most likely to be an undercover secret agent?
Abdurrahman.
Easily. No one would suspect you or ask you any questions.
Abdurrahman is quiet enough that like no one would suspect a thing out of him. So
Yeah, you're very
I think
laid
yes.
back.
Except Saliha is suspicious of you already.
yeah, Salha would also. I feel like they could make a good like undercover
Abdurrahman,
secret agent spy team.
A good pair. Spies
Yeah.
from where though? Who are we spying on? He's stealing information too.
Actually, Abdurrahman, he once described himself for me in school. When I'm known from in the bad guys and the good guys. For everybody, I don't know what that means. He's like everybody knows me. The bad guys and the good.
Yeah, the silent
Every
one.
community.
Yeah, the one who stays in the shadows. Yeah, he's like that for our team as well. You know, he's like the person who works behind the scenes and does everything about the episode. So yeah, I wouldn't expect him to
And
be.
he never takes any sides.
Yeah.
Anything
Exactly.
true you
True.
say to the man, he'll just accept it. So that's how you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he's-
true. That's true.
If I were choosing a spy, I would choose Rahman.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
Also, Adey, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in like every meeting we have, we would be having just a regular discussion, nothing special going on, and then all you see is like like a phone rising. And then he starts taking pictures of videos of everyone.
Yeah, you guys be aware.
Yeah, and we've never seen them.
Yeah.
I personally have never seen any of these pictures or videos, so God knows what happens.
Yeah, be aware of Aday's camera.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the most likely to be a celebrity?
Miran.
Me?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I definitely
on the
Miran.
red carpet.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but why?
I don't know. You have
We
something
don't
about
ask
you.
why.
You're charismatic.
You're bubbly and you're outgoing. You're well spoken.
Yes, the compliments are too much.
Yeah. Where are your first fans?
Thank you. I'll always.
forget us when
I'll
you're
never
famous.
forget you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, and you leave a very strong first impression. I remember your interview, and we like after at the end of the day, I only remembered you like you were the first one I would remember.
That's so sweet. Thank
So
you.
yeah, maybe a celebrity.
Yeah, that was a good point that you brought us to the interview, because I wanted to ask you guys about like how your point of views about the team. So can you like describe the dynamic? So like let's start with Leanne.
I feel like this team is it's the first team I joined, and I feel very comfortable with people I like barely knew in the beginning. So it's just like the comfort I felt was like to the extreme. Very loving, very, I don't know, patient with us. I feel like you guys are very patient with us, especially me like being very new and not knowing what to do. Yeah, that's what I'd say about this team.
I think also the reason why this team is very beneficial is because of the dynamic. I mean, we all have different roles and like different parts of like work and stuff, but we also all work together, and that's why we learn from each other, either by like work interaction or by our meetings. I think we all have something to bring to the table, so very beneficial. And I always say this team is like a free self-development course.
Okay, so how about like you guys share a story that made you sure about staying in the team?
Since the story of my intentions was shared already, I was I was not planning to leave, but my initial plan when I joined was to stay for a year. So that went without saying that I need to leave soon. So it was a meeting, not the last one, the one before, where we were chatting, and I had a debate with Hamza about the content of our podcast, and then they stepped into the debate and opened the whiteboard, and he started drawing a timeline about what we have done and what we're planning to do in the future. And I kind of decided that it's too early for me to leave, because not too early, it's just that 1 year was nothing. It was not, I expected that the year would be like, because I'm used to working in the teams in the university, and a year would be so much. But here, a year was only the beginning, and I could see the potential, and I could see the possibilities, and I could not leave no matter what plans I had. So yeah, that's the moment for me, the timeline.
I would say that we had this meeting once. It was on our anniversary, the first anniversary. And it was before that meeting for the first anniversary that I was thinking about, maybe leaving it, because it's been almost a year since I was in the team. And then we had that meeting, and I walked in, and Ardai was like, well, we have a surprise for you guys, and this is a very special meeting. And then soon enough, he pulls up a picture of our very first meeting, and he has this whole presentation of our podcast timeline. And that amazed me, and that really surprised me, because I had forgotten about that date. And for Ardai to remember that date and to make a whole timeline and to capture every single moment just made me feel so special and made me feel so connected to everyone here and this team. And I felt suddenly so bad for having the thought to leave, and I immediately dropped it, because I was like, well, we're just beginning something and it's very new, and I should give it more time. And definitely, if I have learned so much in the past year, I wonder how much I will achieve in the next coming years. So that meeting was a life changer, especially that presentation, that timeline.
I have something to add here as well. So although I never considered like leaving the team, I think two things definitely made me stay, or definitely made me decide that I wanted to stay. Piggybacking off what Hiba said, our first meeting was very special. So our first meeting was unlike any other first meeting that I've had. And we didn't discuss any of the team's plans. Rather, it was just a meeting for us to get to know each other. So we were all telling stories. We even played 2 Truths, 1 Lie. It was just a very fun, very interactive meeting. We were throwing around this ball of string as part of a game. It was just incredible. And I'd never forgotten that. And then it was that day when I was like, this is a team that I definitely want to be with for as long as possible.
Okay, so do you guys remember the survey we sent about 2 weeks ago to our audience?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did actually get so many questions, more than I could ever imagine. And when I tell you, reading, when Hamza gave me the access, she sent me she's like, read these, and I am speechless right now, because that's genuinely how I felt, because I didn't think we would, okay, I knew people listen to our podcast. Obviously, there are people that are interested, but I feel like it. You know, I was talking to Dean and Hamza right before we started recording this episode. We were saying that it was, YouTubers, when they get messages from people saying, you changed my life. And it's and here, reading these comments, I was like, wow, we have an effect on people's life. We're genuinely people who go to university. I don't compare us to the biggest YouTuber on earth, but at the same time, I feel I got a hint of what they felt when people said that we changed their lives or something like that. I feel that touched my heart on another level.
So we're famous.
I can't even say we're famous.
Influencers.
Yeah. Influencers, yeah. Okay, so Taib, who do you think the audience was most curious to know about?
Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman, yes.
Abdurrahman, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so how about we jump into the audience's questions? I think that would be good. Are you guys? I feel like I need to show you the amount of excitement. I want you guys to be as excited as this, as me about this. Okay, why don't you ever consider recording your episodes and sharing them on YouTube?
Yeah. Okay, this is a plan for the future. But yeah, it's
I feel a lot of people asked me, personally, they come up to me and they were like, the podcast is really good, but you should record it. People would be because some people don't necessarily always listening, they like to visualize. And yeah, I just thought I would share this question. Okay, so the second question is, which member of the team did you first interview and immediately knew they were going to be a great host, sound engineer, or scout?
Hamza, I think, yeah. We told
Really?
Hamza acting shocked.
I didn't think I was the first one and the first people to have the interview. What?
I think that day we interviewed not that day, but over 3 days we interviewed 30 people.
30? Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Honestly, everyone present here at the moment, we know that they're going to be part of the team immediately. I mean, we literally told you that you're in.
Yeah,
we told you.
You said, okay, Hamza, you are in. Okay, in the interview, we talked about movies and series, and I told them about my habit of binging series. So at the end of the interview, he said, okay, Hamza, do you want to know our final decision? I said, okay, Ardaya, I have no patience. I binge series. Tell me right away. And he said, yeah, you're in.
Yeah, I remember that was also surprising to me. They did the same. They were first of all, I didn't think they were taking it so seriously. I literally was telling them, no, I was not planning on joining anything صراحة after third year, but I didn't even finish the sentence and they were laughing, يعني. And I was like, what's happening? I didn't even know why. And then later on, I found out that it's because they had the same intentions, and then they exactly what happened to me, they ignored it. And yeah, at the end of the interview, they were like, okay, you're obviously in, but wait for us to tell you when do we meet or something like that. And I didn't even get it right away. I was like, huh? Then, okay, thank you.
Listen, I honestly don't get the reason if you if you meet someone and you know that you want them to be part of the team, خلاص, just I mean, cut it to the chase. وخلاص, tell them, and you're gonna be fine. I remember going to Saliha after the interview. I'm not sure, was it in the interview or on WhatsApp? I'm not sure. I was like, do you want to know do you like to wait or something like that? I did not want to give it away. So I asked her, do you like to wait? And she's like, yeah, I like to wait. I wanted to tell her, خلاص you're in. But I'm like, I'm not gonna say that. Do you like? Oh yeah, قلت لها okay, ماشي, wait.
Yeah, she's a very patient person. Side note, Salah is a very, mashallah, patient person, and she waits, and she has no problem. And on the contrary, I'm like very, like, give me the answer right now.
To be fair, I don't think I clocked why he was asking. I was like, oh yeah, you want me to wait? Yeah, sure. I'm good with that. That's fine.
Yeah, I can't imagine someone suddenly texting you, do you like to wait? It's like,
I mean, yeah, that is a very weird question to ask.
I don't remember. It was probably in some kind of context. I don't remember that now. I'm sure he must have asked. And I was like, I don't mind waiting. And he was like, okay. He could have told me, like, if he said, do you want to know right now? I probably would have been like, sure. But then I was just like, okay, I like to wait.
I feel like my acceptance into this team was very different. I feel like, okay, I don't know if any of you know this, but when I first applied, obviously Aya knows, when I first applied, I applied to be a host. I guess I got my opportunity now, but yeah. So I applied to be a host, and then I get this text from Ade, and he goes like, so like, would you still want to be part of this team if you weren't? No, actually, this was a meeting. And he was like, hi, I need to meet with you. And I was like scared because usually people, like you go to the interview and you just get accepted or you just don't. You know what I mean? He's like, can I meet with you? And I'm like, okay. And then he goes like, so would you still want to be part of this team if you didn't get accepted into the thing you applied for? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I just loved like the dynamic and I just wanted to be part of it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he goes like, well, I want you to do this job. I just don't know what it's called, right? And then like ever since I've been doing that job, and then like
coordinator.
Yeah.
We didn't know we needed a coordinator until Miran came along, and then we realized how badly we needed her.
Yeah,
she was like the perfect person.
Yeah, she was like the glue that we needed. Someone who gels us all together.
Thank you. But yeah. He called me. I remember when we first described that job. You said, what is it? Gap filler. And I was like, gap filler. But yeah. Okay, so this person is asking if I have a suggestion for an episode. How can I give it to them?
Email us, please.
Yeah, on email, basically.
I think also if you know a scout personally, maybe you can reach out to a scout.
Yeah, I mean, because we have an email down in the description of the episode. We've been having it since the beginning. So,
MSA,
please go.
MSA-podcast or MSA Podcast.
They don't know the email. You'll find
the email.
Yeah. Okay, it's in the description of every episode.
Also now, like, I'm pretty sure we introduced ourselves very well. You can always come up to us, I guess, and give us suggestions.
Yeah. And as a scout, I would like to say that we're very open for suggestions, any ideas that you may have. We're always, welcoming new ideas, and we actually want you to contribute because, you are our listeners, and we want you to tell us what you would like to listen to.
Yeah, not only ideas, but people too. If you know anyone who would think would be interesting, please talk to us.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like basically any suggestion on how
anything
to make the podcast better, Okay, so what do you think is the most important part of recording an episode?
Scouting obviously is the most important.
Very important.
I think sound engineering. I think the audience doesn't understand how big of a deal sound engineering is. It's really the magic of every episode. Because as the host, you record something, your guest says something, but it's really sound engineering that brings everything together. And we ourselves don't realize it, but it's really the secret. Like, how you have like a secret ingredient to everything? Yeah. It's the secret ingredient to making a good episode.
At the beginning, when I started working on the first episode or second episode, I didn't know what happens after I submit my suggestion and ideas, I wouldn't even know what's happening at the beginning, and I would be asking them, where is the episode? Why isn't it ready yet? What are you guys doing? And I didn't get what works. What work is there to do after recording? I'm like, خلاص, you finished it on Saturday, خلاص, post it to the people. And then when they explain to me what actually happens and that it takes weeks to edit the episode and that they actually have to work on every second of it, I was so shocked. And I was like, I have to see this happening. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the credit goes to Abdurrahman for that.
Of course, yeah. Also, I think like Udain Abdurrahman sent me an unedited version of an episode, and I listened to it. And
yeah.
You do that?
Sorry, our hostess. Yeah, we do it.
Everyone knew. Everyone knew it was mine.
And then I listened to the full edited version again, and like I was like, wow, Abdurrahman like does wonders, mashallah. Like
literally,
he's
mashallah, he
amazing,
does. Yeah, like if there was something that he had to take out or whatever, you would not even know where it was.
Yeah,
taken
we're
out.
relying on that
me
today.
as a host could listen to my own episode and not realize where things were changed or what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I would not know.
Mm-hmm.
How do you decide which host gets to take which episode?
Somebody actually asked that?
Yeah.
Very technical question.
Okay, go. Random.
A draw. Three papers. Yeah.
Well, honestly, we rarely decide which episode is to which host before seeing the the scout, what they got to say about the guests, and it's like you try to think which host. We have 3 hosts, Salih, Hamza, and Lane, and you try to think which one would make the best host with such a guest. There's no process or the criteria we follow to decide which episode goes to which. I think it's just by
The topic, I think. I don't know. When we send you the ideas, kind of in my head, we imagine probably this host would handle the topic. It depends also on their own interests and their personalities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The host personality.
'Cause yeah, they're all each one is different, like from the 3
even
hosts.
their style of hosting. You try to imagine how this episode would go, and you want to match the episode with a style. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do the hosts have anything to say about that?
They just get suddenly contacted.
I got so happy when they
No, it also depends if we're available during that time to record the episode. So I remember one time, there was this episode, and you guys approached me, and then I had exams, and I was busy at that time. I was occupied, so I apologized, and it went to a different host.
Yeah, very easily. I didn't beg you for days to please take the episode.
Okay, so what's the most difficult part of recording an episode for you?
Nice question.
Yeah.
I think personally, and I think all hosts can agree, it's like mentally preparing yourself to like carry the conversation. Do you guys agree or do you not agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Because totally. As a host, you're on the spot. Like the whole episode, you are on the spot. It's on you to kind of make sure the conversation flows, because not every guest is the same, right? Some guests are kind of quiet. You have to like coax the answers out of them, and so you have to be able to add that energy to an episode. So mentally preparing yourself, just getting ready, just getting in the zone. It's very nerve-wracking as well, because like, what if you mess up? What if I pronounce this word wrong? What if I don't know how to say their name? Like all these like little things. So it's definitely, for at least for me, that's probably one of the most difficult things. Just getting myself in the zone and then knowing what to ask. Yes, you can be a curious person naturally, but sometimes it's important to know what questions to ask a certain guest so that they can be their best self, represent themselves the best way during that episode.
Yeah, okay.
I want to tell them to turn that easy on.
Yeah, I agree.
Is it on?
Is it on?
Yeah.
All right, that's recording.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're back. We just took a small break. We discussed how it went, and inshallah, you're enjoying this as much as we are. Okay, so let's get back to the questions. This is a fun question because this person wants suggestions on what to watch during the summer. So they're asking, what's your favorite movies and shows?
Okay, I'm gonna say it, and I don't want anyone to judge me right now. Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It's a good show. It's a really good show, and I've been waiting so long for it to come. And I think the second it came out, I was awake till like 3 a.m. And the second it was released, I watched it. So I don't want anyone to judge me. I can see Salah judging me right now. I don't want anyone to judge me right now. But it is so good, and I want all of you to watch it.
I'll watch the 2 new episodes soon, inshallah. Anyone else wants to share?
I've been rewatching actually The Office again. I like it so much.
Yeah.
It's like timeless.
Yeah, I think, and every time I repeat watching it, I just enjoy it more. I don't know, like I used to hate it at the beginning when I saw it the first time, and now I just like Michael. I don't know how that happened, but
I feel like with The Office, the first time I tried watching it was I just hated the camera guys.
It's the best
I
fact.
didn't get it. I didn't guess like why they're recording.
They're looking at the camera and they're talking to it.
I just hated the camera transitions. But then you watch it again and again, and it's like it's such a good show.
Did you guys? I read some article about it, and it was saying that during COVID and during the lockdown, it was the most commonly watched series.
I watched it during COVID.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It was, and they were actually trying to figure out why The Office, why not Friends or some other sitcoms. But some people were saying because it's in a closed office and we're in a lockdown, so seeing people, I don't know why صراحة, but I did watch it during COVID too.
I'm personally more of a movie person because as patient as I am, when it comes to series, I can't. I just need to know what happens next. And that's like when I read books, like if it's a series, like I remember I read a series of 13 books. I just wanted to get through it. Like I need to know what happens. So with movies, it's just like the genre. Like I just love rom-coms so much. It's just that I feel like there are no like new rom-coms. So I rewatch the same rom-coms over and over again.
What's your favorite one?
I can't pick favorites. No books, no movies, nothing. Like I don't have favorites. It's just like depends on the mood. If I'm in a good mood, I want a rom-com. If I'm in a bad mood, I want like a sad romantic movie. So it's like it depends,
Funny enough, I'm kind of the same. And for actually Stranger Things, I went ahead and I saw who dies, and then I came back and I watched the rest of the show. That's different. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I can't spoil that. But yeah, and I do the same thing with books. I read the ending first.
Oh my god, no!
And then
I never understand people who do that. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
I can't handle suspense, you guys. I'm the weirdest person to surprise. I'm the weirdest person.
You're not the only one. Someone else
I
here.
do that too.
Yeah. Okay. See, at least someone agrees with
Actually,
me.
it was a recommendation from me, and she watched it, and she was like, "Oh, خلاص." She was in episode 8, 10, and she was like, "I'm just gonna go and check what's gonna happen in episode 16, and I'm gonna come back." I almost killed her.
Yeah.
Okay, see,
and she
What's
did.
the fun
She
is in
did.
the suspense.
Exactly.
No, but I don't like the feeling of being anxious and like waiting and
point.
stuff.
Yeah, what's the point of watching that?
No, you guys.
No, I just want to know. Okay, tell me what happens. Many series and manga series and movies, not movies, but yeah, series and manga series and anime. I know them and I know the whole story just because Aya told me about them. Like Aya is my TV.
Don't you get bored watching it? Like you know what's gonna happen.
No, it's so exciting, and you should listen to Aya. Like, if you're okay with her spoiling things to you, she's so good. She is.
I do it perfectly, and I enjoy doing it.
And I'm a perfect listener.
Yeah,
too.
and she enjoys getting
I have a
spoiled.
show.
I don't know why.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm done.
I have a show. I don't know who watches Star Wars here, but the new show Kenobi is so good.
I feel like
literally wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Abdurrahman has a Star Wars shirt on.
Okay, so but, people who don't watch Star Wars wouldn't understand the show because a lot goes into it. So you do need a background, but it's so good. It's so insane. It's on Disney Plus, I think. It's so cool.
Yes.
He's wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Like for me, I watched the show such a long time ago, but I plan on maybe rewatching it this summer. I don't know if you guys like it or not. It's maybe a bit dramatic, but it's Rain. Have you guys ever watched it?
I've heard of Rain.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's really nice. It's about like Mary's Queen of Scots and like Francis, like the king. It's like a historical, but it's not the history that's fun. It's like the drama, like yeah. Also, I'm watching The Crown right now. Yeah, and it's also nice. Yeah. Okay, this person wants to know on where do you record?
Thank you to the PO office. All the episodes are recorded there, yani. So we don't have a place.
Are we gonna have a place anytime soon? Or?
Hopefully.
With your support, we will, inshallah. Why don't you interview doctors?
Honestly, I'm not sure if we came across this point before. In
Yes,
our
we
meetings.
did.
We did.
I remember you mentioning something. So hopefully you, hopefully you.
Why don't I remember anything?
Please mention what it's in my mind. I want because Uday said something that stood out to me, and I answer this every time a person asks me this. I always say students for students.
For students, yes. For the students, by the students. That is Arday's motto.
Yeah.
That's
that he
our
forgot.
motto. I think you guys said it. I don't know the way Abdurrahman and I envisioned this podcast from the beginning as this and this is for the for the students, and that's it.
It's basically in the description of the podcast to shed the light on students.
So go check out our episodes in our description, please.
I remember one of the first things they asked me in my interview was, so what do you think the theme of the podcast should be? Should it be students, or should we discuss topics, or should we include all the guests, like whoever we think is good enough to have on our podcast as a guest? And I remember my answer being it should be for the students, and he agreed to that because he was like, yes, there's so many hidden talents in our university, and they deserve to have a light shed on them, and we should bring those talents into the spotlight. And so that is our main motive of this podcast.
Yeah, I feel like also our student body is so diverse, and I feel like what we did, like this is our 10th episode, we have so many more like people, interesting people in our university.
No amount of episodes is enough to cover.
Exactly.
Like we have so many people interesting. You wouldn't believe it.
Maybe when we're done with students.
Yeah, when we finish
When
every
we've
student.
exhausted our options, and we can go for the professors.
Yeah. What's the best comment you got on an episode? And what's the worst one? But let's start with a positive note.
Okay, I'll go. So for the Quran episode with Ahmed Badib, I got a lot of good comments and a lot of inspiring ones. Many people approached me, even people that I don't know. They just, a number that I don't know messaged me on WhatsApp and said, Assalamu alaikum, I know you're the host of that episode and I just finished listening to it, and please do more of that. It's my best episode so far, and I want to hear more on that topic in the Quran and I got many in that area. Do more of that. We want to listen to more of that. And many also reached me and said, we got encouraged to go back to memorizing our Quran. We got some people said, we are planning now to get our ijaza, and many people were touched, and it got to me and return as well.
Yeah, it's so wholesome. Yeah. So what's the worst one?
Actually, I get a lot of good comments.
Yeah.
I honestly, last year I used to study in the library, and a lot of Abdurrahman basically wants me to swallow them. So a lot of people just walk up to us, both of us actually, and tell us, either comment on the episodes or suggest things or ask us about the team, or especially when we started. And once you ask this question, a lot of comments came up to my mind that I can't even choose which one of them to share. The most, or no, not actually, not the most recent. You guys remember Yasmin's episodes?
Yes.
The one with the Ray. So this is the first time. A lot of things happened in that episode. I never had in mind to be in any of the episodes. And even Abdurrahman and I, when we discussed that, I'm like, we have the host and there's really no need for that. And I was quite unsure if I should do that episode or not. But I did it in the end. And I remember one of my friend, I'm definitely sure he's going to listen to this episode. He came up to me after the episode and he started talking about, we had a long conversation about writing, and he even shared a few things that he wrote. I didn't even know he writes. He shared a few things that he wrote, but then we discussed a few of the points that Yasmin mentioned. Yasmin was an interesting guest herself. And he said something to me. He was like, writing is the way I fight sorrow and sadness in my life, and to have an episode like the one you guys produced, to listen to it like over and over again, it somehow feeds into the same feeling of, okay, I'm gonna write more and I'm gonna fight my sorrow and sadness with that. And he has a lot going on in his life, so it's you just help a friend. And seeing the expression in his eyes, I know that really reached him.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this question is a very interesting one, and I want to know the answer too.
Hold on. We didn't answer the worst comment.
Yeah, the worst comment.
We don't have.
Do you have an answer?
No, actually, no. I just want it to be answered. Moving on.
So, going back to...
I actually might have a
So, I think, would you like to share a bad comment?
Go on, please.
I'm not sure. I'm not even... some people are, I'm not sure if the person himself was rude and he was meaning to be rude, well, he actually meant the comment, or you're not sure. You really, this is one of the times where you want to ask the person who said anything to you, and are you okay? Is everything okay? I remember one of the episodes we published, and he's not a friend. He's a, let's say, an acquaintance, someone I know from the, not from our batch, from a batch, right? From a batch. No need to mention the episode. No need to mention. And he came up to me. He's older than us. He's like, "What the hell is wrong with your last episode?" Wallah, he just said that. I think you know the person. He's like, what do you mean? No, what the hell is wrong? Can you be more specific? No, I can't be more specific.
You're like, what do you answer to that?
Wallah, the whole episode is bad, man. How did you allow this episode to go? And I'm like, I didn't exactly know. And you know that you can't take much from such a comment. But can you be more... listen, all of us were quite open to any feedback, really. We love feedback. Like, we literally have it in each email. Please send us your comment. Please send us your feedback. But when somebody comes up to you and be like, oh, this is a very good episode, they don't specify why. You can't... there's no use of that. You get me? Yeah. Strange enough, that episode was, to me, it was an amazing one. To many people, actually. I'm not sure, and maybe it touched something in his life. This is the only explanation.
Yeah, I feel like you mentioned that we always accept good criticism. We're always very open to any suggestion, really, to make the episodes better. But yeah, what some comments, what am I even supposed to answer?
Yeah, no, I feel like this guy, bro, just got triggered for some reason. I don't know.
How did you even end up answering or replying to his comment?
Listen, honestly, this is something that I believe in. I'm not. This is probably it might be too much for some people. But Anna, I don't care about that I try not to care about the way you put your feedback. And if you want to be rude, sure, be my guest, be rude. ماشي. If you want to be nice, which is, you know, the ideal way, okay, you can be nice. But if you're rude and you have a valid point, I'm okay with that. I'm genuinely, I had a lot of experience, you know, dealing with rude comments, but they were right. They had a point at least. مو ضروري كل شيء يعني. I just responded normally. You know, okay, can you be more specific? And I asked like a couple of more questions just to know if he has a point or not. And he pointed out a few points. I just take it. I got the feeling that he's just, you know, throwing things to answer my question. But wallah, yani, I went back to the episode and I listened to it again after his feedback, trying to pick the things he mentioned. I couldn't agree with him, but sure, you know, feedback is encouraged in any way, a nice way or in a bad way.
I think also the proper channel is very important. Like, giving feedback is fine and it's very well appreciated in our team, but approaching it in the proper way is also very necessary and very important. You shouldn't just walk up to someone in the hallway or in front of the male's cafeteria and, you know, start giving your feedback. It would be appreciated, whether good or bad, to approach us through the proper channel, such as email, or maybe a message on WhatsApp would also be suitable.
Yeah. And we are open to feedback because we're no experts. Aside from Abdurrahman.
I'm not expert
we
also.
are all learning, and as I said before, and many of you said before, we are learning here, and we are here to learn. We want to learn more. So bring it.
Yeah, we even go for each other to look for feedback. Yani, this is how much we want it. What do you think of the last episode? What do you think we can improve? That's how much we want to hear what you guys think, because it does teach us for what's to come, inshallah.
Yeah, I guess to that I say to each their own. Like, you know, everyone has an opinion. Okay, so the next question is, it's a light one, so it's a fun one. If you could interview a celebrity in your podcast, who would it be?
Oh, that's nice.
I feel like, why don't we like all answer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me saying that, I don't even have an answer in mind.
I have an answer in mind, and I don't know, the first person would be Tom Hanks. Wait, this is weird. Listen, it's just because, I don't know, he seems like such a genuine person. Like, there are so many celebrities, like, no shade, nothing, but like, there's so many celebrities that, you know, could be fake, or you know, it's just like Tom Hanks. Like, when I see the interviews, his movies, he seems like such a fatherly, wise person, and I would just like to like interview him and talk to him and get some of the wisdom, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I was gonna say, to be honest, I just came up with my answer now after you said Tom Hanks. Maybe like Jimmy Fallon, because I feel like I feel like Jimmy Fallon right now, so I feel like I would want to interview him to see how he would feel. Maybe also like Ryan Reynolds. I feel like he's such a I feel like he's such a nice person. Like, again, I don't know, like his love for like his family. I feel like he's genuine. I want to interview him.
And when she said Tom Hanks, if we're going into the actors area, what I thought of is actually Tom Holland, because he gives spoilers for interviews. It's so funny. Yeah, so I was like, when I saw his interviews about the last movie of Spider-Man, and he did actually give away, like, he does not even notice, and the other actors are like, sakto.
One time he even pulled up like a poster, like that was supposed to be like be in the premiere or something like that.
Yeah, he does give, like, he does not pay attention. They would give him a question about his suit, and he would give away something without noticing. So that's actually interesting.
That would be a fun interview.
Yeah, we would get people, spoilers.
I would say, okay, not that I'm a fan of this person, but I just think that there is such a character. I would say Kanye West, because there's such a character. Having him on the episode and in the podcast would be so fun. And they say the most controversial, he says the most controversial things. And so that would be very entertaining. And Ada is always about entertainment. So that would be a very entertaining episode.
I'm trying to remember the actor's name. Okay, somebody comes to that.
Can you maybe like describe him?
Do you have anyone in mind?
Abdurrahman Abu Maleh. Yeah, because a lot of things in our podcast, the technical stuff, the music, we always say, we want it to be like Thamania. Yeah, we want him to be a guest in our podcast.
Interesting answer.
I don't really have an answer, but I think Robert Downey Jr. would make a really nice guest.
Yeah,
he's really sweet. Plus, he has a really if you see where he comes from and like what he went through before he became an actor, I feel like he has so much to say. He's really wise. He has a great personality. He's very sweet. He's funny. I just feel like he would make the perfect guest, and he would also not only be entertaining, but also have words of advice, genuine advice that comes from the heart. I feel like he would be a really nice.
Yeah, I'd be very interested in his background story.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get the actor's name?
Yeah, I remember that. I think you guys all know Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. Sir, I'm sorry.
Sir.
Of course, yeah, Sir Anthony Hopkins. I think I watched pretty much all of his movies. I'm not sure if I missed anyone, any movie of his. My uncle loves Anthony Hopkins, and he's the one who keeps telling me, okay, watch this movie. Even, I was young. I think I was 12 or 13 years old. Yeah, and he would tell me, go watch this movie. And then I would, sometimes I'd watch the movie and I'm like, I shouldn't watch this movie, uncle. You're my uncle. You shouldn't tell me to watch this movie. I love Sir Anthony Hopkins, and he's a whole personality. And
I actually saw his last movie, The Father. It was the first. I'm not sure, صراحة, but I think it was the first time I focused on him as an actor, and it was amazing, and it touched me very deeply. And then I remember, I don't know why, but after that, not on the same day, but maybe the same week, I saw Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
And
that's one of the classics.
The image that I saw him as an old man and in The Father, and it was very emotional. And then in that movie, it was just something else.
Yeah, his acting in The Father was very phenomenal. Yeah. Yep.
He got an Oscar for that.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a question I feel like mainly for the scouts, the hosts. Sorry, who are the people that you keep mentioning the names of at the end of each episode?
Aya's recording. I think she's expecting an answer. That's related to her. Our lovely scouts, and always the sound engineer Abdurrahman Bakhtiyan. So Aya Maqrad,
Thank you.
Hiba Rahil, and Leanne.
Yeah. Basically, as we mentioned, people behind the scenes.
Yes.
Okay, this is also a very nice question. Where do you see the podcast in 5 years?
Wow.
I think we discussed this in one of our meetings.
Whoever wrote that definitely just got out of an interview, and he was like, "Yalla, let's see what they have to say."
It's an interview question. Yeah, we did mention that in one meeting. I think it was the timeline meeting. Yeah, in 5 years. Wow, that's a lot of time. Well, I definitely see everyone staying in the podcast. And I think I mentioned that to you guys in one meeting. The way I see this in the future is everybody minding his own life, wherever that might be. And, we still have our meetings. Long meetings. Probably not 6 hours meetings. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have the time for that. But yeah. Continuing to work on the podcast and putting the work constantly. Nothing happened.
So sorry about that.
A laptop, that was unexpected.
Never happened before.
Never happened before. I've never.
Yeah, you silenced all of the phones.
No, it literally happened to me in one of the episodes. I had everything on mute, my phone, my watch, everything, and then the laptop rings. Yes.
And this
Sorry about
concludes my answer.
I think I see our team expanding, and the bright future students of Al Faisal joining our team and taking it to new heights. I would certainly wish that they do, because this team was started off with a lot of eagerness and a lot of dreams, and I would say that we've achieved most of them, actually, and I would want new people to come in with new dreams and new ambitions, and I would want to see them achieve what we have, but even more.
Okay, so this is a special comment, I could say, special question. It's from the MSA president, Yaman. Okay, so it says, it's a comment within a question. So let me read out exactly word for word what he said. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank you for your endless efforts that I cannot talk about it in 1,000 words. I'm very happy and grateful that I had the opportunity to get to know you as people before getting to know you as wonderful people in their work. I always know that you are doing the things you love, so I know that I will see the best work that can be done. So that was very nice of him to say. He says, my question is it possible to get to know the entire team members, and also if you could talk to us about how the episode is being done and what are the difficulties in your work? And also, I would like to know more about the person who prepares and edits the episodes because he's amazing. Keep up the great work with 2 hearts. مع كامل الحب والتقدير والشكر أحد ضيوفكم.
That's really cute.
Yeah, that was very sweet of him to say. I feel like as for most of the questions, they were answered as we went through, like, you know, we're doing this episode to get to know us better. And yeah.
Let's talk about the hardships then, please.
What about some of the difficulties? Or how about tell the audience how we're recording this episode right now? Didn't he ask that?
Yeah, he did. He also asked about the difficulties. Let's start with the difficulties and then go how we're...
Okay, so for the difficulties of, I would say, a job as our scout, and Lian and I should, pitch in whenever they want. So I think one of the main difficulties is meeting our goal, which is making it entertaining, because everyone has a different idea of what is entertaining, and, everyone has a different perspective. So falling on that criteria is actually very, very, very essential. And brainstorming, I think that is a very challenging part, making sure that the topic we select and the guests that we select, they are kind of matching and they kind of are complementing each other, and that each episode is unique and we're not sort of repeating the same thing over and over and over again, because we have to keep in mind that this is for the students and this is for our audience. So I think that would be the most challenging part. What do you think, Aya?
These are all the challenging parts. So yeah, I wouldn't add a word to that. That's it, I think.
Yeah, thank you. I think you summed that up really nicely. Also, thank you, Yaman, for that question. Yaman was also a guest in one of our episodes, so it was very nice for him to comment on our survey. So as that was a comment within a question, why don't we move...
They didn't talk about the difficulties.
Also, we didn't talk about how we're recording this episode.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Talk about the difficulties of hosting.
I think I've mentioned a little bit of this before, but like I said earlier, it's really hard to sometimes get in the zone, because as a host, you are quite literally on the spot. And I feel like that's very challenging sometimes. It's not a role to be like underestimated, because there's a lot of pressure on you. Because like Hiba said, our goal is to make an episode that's entertaining. Often that means that you have to, put in effort to make it sound energetic, to make it sound like sometimes you may be carrying the conversation, right? And so that can be pretty hard as well. And there's also like other things that are seemingly easy, but they're not. For example, recording the intro. Who knew recording an intro could be so difficult?
Ask our day.
Like we take multiple tries with an intro. So previously we used to record an intro along with the episode. Then we realized maybe it's better if we, stay back after the guest leaves and then record the intro. But even then it takes multiple tries, like I think 10 takes. Probably.
Yeah. Easily
10 takes. And for the outro as well, who knew saying bye could be so So it's like these little things that you don't predict that are just so difficult. Often when a guest comes, the actual interview or like the podcast episode that we record with them will be like 40 minutes, but we end up staying 2-3 hours before the guest arrives, after the guest leaves. It's all part of the process, and like overall it's the entire experience is challenging, but you learn a lot from it.
That's why your English teacher always tells you to write the title of the essay at the end.
Oh, that is so true.
It's the same concept. Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, Saliha basically mentioned like this. summary of what goes on. I think also it's one of the things that I find kind of challenging is the construction of the whole like episode, because you do get pressured to like present your guest in the best way possible, because I think all of the guests that we've had so far are all amazing, all great people, and I think, you know, the episodes show that. But it's also important that we as hosts, like, we can actually bring that out, because sometimes we can make the conversation die. We can focus on things that are not necessarily important to focus on and leave out the like really good stuff that we brought the guest for. So yeah, that's one thing.
One more thing I would add, sometimes guests need to be encouraged to give the right answer. So sometimes as well, we tell them like, hey, if you feel like you can give an answer in a better way, like here's how you could do it. We don't give them the answer, obviously, but we tell them like, this is how you can say it if you have something in mind. And there's a lot that goes into that as well. So that is definitely one of the challenging parts, because that means that you have to have a deep understanding of your guest. If she's shy, for example, I need to know, okay, so-and-so is shy. I need to kind of give her the right space. I need to create that space for her so she can open up and talk about that answer. And like Lean said, a lot of our guests, like, they're really amazing people, all of them are, but they need encouragement to bring out their best self.
Thank you for that answer. I feel like, as you can tell, so much goes into creating an episode, and like each specific part has obviously its difficulties.
And to answer how we're recording this episode, so we're all right now sitting in a circle and we're passing around the mic and we are encouraging each other to answer the questions, and we are having a lot of fun doing so.
Just to make it clear, we have 5 mics between us, so we're not passing around one mic.
Yeah, we're passing around like 5 mics.
Again,
just like we're sharing, But yeah, I think it's going pretty well so far.
Yeah.
We're just an S125. Having a casual, meeting. Yeah.
It's kind of sunny outside.
Yeah, we're recording this on the 5th of July if anyone's interested.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Gotta expose them.
So I just wanted to mention that we didn't only get questions, by the way. We also got very heartwarming comments. And when I tell you, like, reading these comments, like, I was on the verge of crying, tearing up. But yeah, so I think you are all as excited as I am to hear the very lovely comments that we got from our guests. Starting with the first one, you are by far the best team we have of all the clubs. I love your work. All the episodes are so well produced. Lol, I may be overly excited to know you. Can't wait.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's so cute. Whoever that is, that's adorable.
I hope they're satisfied with this episode, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
And I hope they got to know us, inshallah, as much as they want.
And we're very excited to bring the episode to you, so.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy this one.
The second comment is very clean and nice looking emails, by the way. So our emails.
Credit to this goes to Dain Abdurrahman, for sure.
Yeah, our emails stand out for sure. And
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The design, the
colors, I personally love the colors. Blue is my favorite color, so I love the color of the email.
Yeah.
And I think you guys noticed that in everything we do, we have Abdurrahman established a color identity for the team.
Yeah, definitely.
That is used not only in emails and everything, and anniversary cards.
Our WhatsApp group.
He's actually wearing blue today, so I don't know if that's included.
Yeah. It goes with the team spirit.
Okay, interesting. حتى Miral.
And Miral.
And team spirit. This next comment, it's I'll just say it. Okay. So, by the way, Uday seems like a guy with a lot to say about himself. I honestly believe an episode with him would work wonders.
Next comment.
Interesting.
I think Hamza would have something to say about that.
Yeah, I do. But all in a day's work. Patience.
I'll scout that episode. Would you host it?
Patience.
Why are you so sure that we're gonna?
Yeah, we will. We want one.
We'll see. Good luck.
Yes,
so,
we will see.
I think the hardest part of that episode would be actually convincing Uday to be the
and to talk louder
the
in the
mic.
mic.
How the whole time we were discussing challenges of an episode, that would be the challenge for this episode.
To hold the mic close to his mouth and to speak louder.
Hiba is grilling today.
I'm sorry, Uday.
You had one episode about Quran. Please make it. Please have more like it. It was so heartwarming.
Yep. That's
Definitely
what
agree.
I was talking about.
Yeah.
I re-listened. Ahmed is, one of my close friends. I almost see him every day. I didn't have to say every day. Yeah, I re-listened to that episode in Ramadan, the first day of Ramadan, because of how much it's just spiritual it made me feel, and especially coming from a friend, not only a friend and someone you live with. With that episode, spirituality wise, it was one of the best things I honestly listened to in a podcast.
It was very informative. Like I thought I know many things, and then I was very surprised by what he said, and it was very simple and casual. Yet it was very touching. يعني صراحة the episode was a surprise.
And you guys asked how we pick a host. Like, can you imagine this episode being hosted by anyone?
Yeah,
other
anyone
than
who's
Hamza?
not Hamza. Yeah,
This is it's designed.
that's
for
how it
Hamza.
goes.
So yeah, Hamza did a wonderful job in that.
Thank
in
you,
that
guys.
episode.
Thank you.
Okay, the second comment. The next comment is أهنيكم على الميوزك مرة خياراتكم موفقة. So yeah, thank you for the music. The next comment says, I just want the team to know they seem to be lovely people, and I've heard so many good things about them, especially from the scouts, from from her friend. This person has a friend in this team who's in
is a
first
scout?
year. So
And who is
her
in
friend's
first
name.
year?
Yeah.
Highly happy.
So this next comment is genuinely like a very heart-touching comment. This one almost brought me to tears. Now you'll know why. So it says, every time you send an email, a big smile finds its way to my face, no matter how depressing my day might have been. You can't even fathom how much influence you exerted on me. I fell in love with all the episodes, specifically the guy who had vehicle accident. I listened to it 3 times. The episode gave me hope during times my depression almost crushed my soul. The Plan Devotee podcast was superb on all levels as well. I'm looking forward to applying to your team whenever a position is vacant. To whoever might be behind this initiative, massive respect and hands down, fellas. This is a testimony to your brilliant leadership qualities.
That was a very beautiful comment, and
I wish we could show everyone's faces
Right.
while Miral was reading this one. This is the one that made you feel like an influencer?
Yeah, like it made me feel like, wow, like we genuinely touch people's like lives. Like I can't I haven't personally listened to an episode that we recorded 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, wow, mashallah, like it just made me feel so. I can't even express how it made me feel to have like an influence or to have an effect, an impact on people's lives.
Yeah, to be honest, it's an amazing comment. And even Nobi's episode, the one that they mentioned, it was our first episode. We were hesitant about the idea. Would people like hearing this one? No one thought would hear such a thing after 2 years. But thank you, friend, and we are looking forward to see you here too.
I have a friend who's been battling with depression since years, and when I tell you that if somebody's going through depression or has depression, clinical depression of course, there's nothing in their life that can make them escape their depression. I mean, especially during times where they're on their meds and they're doing what the doctor's telling them and whatnot, but even though they lose the feeling, and I still remember some of our calls. He's outside Saudi. He studied outside, and sometimes I'd call him, get his updates, and he just like friends, and then ask him at the end, okay, so tell me, how are you? And every time I call him, I wait for his hiccup, because he knows what I mean when I tell him, how are you? After like an hour of talking, I ask him again. This is a question that I asked in the beginning, but not. But I ask him, okay, so how are you doing? And he would answer with a short sentence. He tells me, no, I don't feel anything. That's the thing with depression. I don't feel anything. You see, I would like to feel sad, but I don't feel sad. I'd like to feel happy, but I don't feel happy. I lost the ability of feeling. You go to the cinema, you watch a movie, you enjoy the movie, you get feelings out of that. I don't experience that anymore. And it's been years, and it's just getting harder and harder. And for someone to, I'm not sure if the person who wrote that comment is, has a clinical depression or just, blue, but it doesn't matter as long as if they describe it as depression, then it validates itself. And for someone to say that an episode that a group of students in a university prepared, not thinking what kind of an influence it will have on people's life, for him or her to come and say that, listen, this episode helped me while depression, and he used this expression, crushed my soul. I read it probably 20 times. This was a lot. Like, this honestly was a lot. Wow. Thanks man, or thanks women. I'm glad that we could be of any help to you, and I hope life treats you well.
And we hope we make so many more episodes that you like and you enjoy. And if you have any ideas, I go back to being a scout every time. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on what they were saying. Like, you can't, like, witnessing someone, especially that you love, go through such a hard thing, such as depressing, and you feel so helpless or useless. It's such a heartbreaking thing, and I feel like that's why this comment touched me so much, because I have witnessed people that are truly close to me, like, contemplating, whether they want to wake up tomorrow, and to feel that we touched or we helped someone, feel even like a slightest bit better, is, I can't even describe the amount of like warmth it gives my heart. So hopefully we can continue inspiring and helping anyone, even if they're just enjoying our episode wherever they are.
Inshallah.
So yeah, inshallah. Okay, so hearing all these lovely comments, I think on behalf of the entire team, I would like to say thank you to all our audience for their support, and thank you to everyone who sent us these questions and wonderful comments. So everyone, this was a very nice way to record our 10th episode. It was a special one, don't you agree?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Also, I literally want to say that this is exactly how our meetings go. We genuinely sit in a circle like this, and we just discuss, it went from deep to light, and this is genuinely how we have our meetings. So hopefully you got to understand our dynamic better and to enjoy it as much as we do, basically. Yeah, that's when we meet for 6 hours.
Abdurrahman calls our meetings therapy sessions.
Yeah. Perfect description, I would say, Abdurrahman.
Yes, true.
I think Lean describes it in a similar way. What do you call them?
Oh, it's a free self-development course.
Self-development course.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I guess thank you everyone for watching this out, listening to this episode. Free self-improvement course, therapy session, whatever you want to call it. And stay tuned for future episodes, because we definitely have a lot more to share with you guys.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.
For being the host of the day.
Yeah, and thank you, Miral, and everyone for making it here today. And it was wonderful time recording. And thank you to the audience for making it this far. I mean, if you're listening, then that means you made it this far. So thank you for continuing with us on our journey, and we hope that you enjoy the future episodes as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.